Toncoin is the current latest biggest cryptocurrency that's been smashing to the upside. You can see just in the last few months, we've made over a 120% push to the upside. Overall, Toncoin is ranked the 10th biggest coin out of every single cryptocurrency. It has literally come out of nowhere because of its latest massive push to the upside, whereas a lot of other different crypto coins are definitely still trending to the downside because of this long-term EMA. In today's video, I'm going to give you my full price prediction on Toncoin in 2023 and this upcoming bull run that's expected to end by 2026. Smash the like, subscribe, leave a comment, and tap that notification bell. Check out this video description where I have my trading masterclass at 50% off, and you can sign up with the top global crypto exchange with a massive sign up bonus. The absolute first thing that we always do, go to the weekly chart and scroll out to a long-term time frame for Toncoin. You can see that we can only go back to April of 2022, but when we actually look at Toncoin and we look at the actual about, it was developed back in 2018. Even in 2021, it was processing the world record TPS, but we can only have price going back to 2022. Toncoin has seemingly come out of nowhere. I never saw Toncoin in these top coins, and all of a sudden now I'm seeing Toncoin ranked as the 10th biggest cryptocurrency. Overall, the reason being that I think it's jumped up a lot of spots. In this last not very long period, we've had over 150% gain to the upside for Toncoin. So obviously a lot of these other cryptocurrencies having a massive downside momentum where the exponential moving average is still definitely trending to the downside and prices are moving in the downwards direction. When we look, we can overall see that there has been a bit of a trading range for Toncoin where we're getting prices up in this area, we're getting some rejections, and we're nearly at that price now, potentially already using it as a bit of a rejection zone, and then also using this lower zone down here as a bit of a support zone. So we're definitely in a trading range zone. The goal really is to be selling in these upper areas and then buying back in these lower areas. So overall for Toncoin, a lot of people, if they were buying back early, are selling back because the goal is to sell in the top 25% of the trading range and to buy in the bottom 25% of the trading range, and actually to do nothing in this middle period, let price actually accumulate to the up or downside, and only look to sell once it reaches the top and bottom 25%. So overall, we have reached that top 25%. That's why we're seeing a bit of a downside momentum. Overall, quick 15% to the downside in just the last week. But overall, Toncoin definitely looking very strong. When we scroll out, when we look at the last couple of months, we see that over 100% to the upside. But just want to point out that we are in that top end of the trading range. So overall, definitely on a shorter term time frame, such as the daily, because we're looking at the weekly, people would actually be selling in the market. So Toncoin, what actually is it? It's a decentralized layer 1 blockchain developed in 2018 by an encrypted messaging platform, Telegram. So it's basically a massive coin created by Telegram, and it seems very, very interesting because the project was abandoned, then it was taken over by the Ton Foundation and renamed from Telegram Open Network to the Open Network. Since 2020, it has been developing non-commercial group of supporters. Overall, it's an easy-to-use application that allows users to buy, send, store funds. Clients pay transaction fees and use Ton to settle payments or validate transactions. So it actually shows that there is a use case for Ton. You actually need it to validate the transactions on the blockchain. You need it to actually settle payments, so a small amount of Toncoin every time you send money to another person. So very, very interesting. And we can even see in September of 2021, the network processed the then world record of 55,000 TPS during a contest. So that seems like transactions per second. So 55,000 transactions per second, absolutely massive, showing that Toncoin definitely has some potential. So what are some potential overall price targets that we do want to be looking to sell Toncoin potentially in this upcoming bull run? Unfortunately, since I don't have a lot of price data, this is the longest term chart I'm actually able to find on Toncoin. We can see one of my first targets, unfortunately, would be up in this area. Overall, one of the things I would be waiting for on Toncoin right now is to potentially come back to this 20 exponential moving average in this area, somewhere around here. It would not quite be the bottom 25%, but I'd still be buying low because we can overall scroll into the chart we see that the weekly time frame is beginning to tick to the upside. So it's overall showing that this longer term chart specifically definitely has some long-term potential to begin actually continuing to the upside and not just use this trading range area as a sell zone, but actually potentially break through it. One of the next things that we will look for is, because we're definitely having a lot of resistance in this area, once we do get that break above this zone and we break above this initial resistance area, it will then act as support. So you'll see price push into this $4 area, and then we'll have a 30% decline. And this 30% decline will line up perfectly with, initially this was resistance, resistance, resistance in this area. We'll then break through the resistance. We'll use it as now a support zone, because we'll get that support to resistance flip that, if you've been watching my previous videos, you know is very, very consistent in the market. Once you get this breakout either to the up or downside, depending on the particular coin that you're trading, this one we're looking for that upside breakout. So that's definitely one of the plays that I'm definitely looking for on Toncoin. So overall, want to be buying low. Even if we flick to the daily time frame, you can even see what's been happening. Overall, in this area, we have had a really strong downtrending exponential moving average. All through here, we had downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. It wasn't until this area through here where we finally began to tick to the upside. So this area through here would have been a high risk play, still a good play because you can get a really good risk to reward, but a high risk because you can't guarantee that the trend has definitely turned to the upside. But in this area, once you get this massive turn to the upside, look at where price reversed. We reversed, came back into this value zone between the 20 and 13 EMA, came to the 20 EMA, and then made a massive push to the upside. This would have been the guaranteed trade to look for that upside momentum. In just a couple of days, up over 50% on your position. So obviously a massive, massive trade to the upside. So just showing you some potential zones. When you flick to the lower term time frames, you can even see all through here having that downtrend in the EMA, and look at where price was making these perfect rejections or off this exponential moving average. You just had some perfect trades to the downside. It's just one of the best long-term profitable strategies, because you're losing the long-term chart, using the long-term trend. You're only trading with the trend, and you're actually getting in value areas. So you want to be selling high and then buying back low, or you want to be buying low and then selling high in these areas. So overall, really, really strong in the market. There's only really one thing that we can do to make some potential price projections into the future, because price has never traded into this $4 area, or as I can see, if we were actually to go into here and have a look at Ton and go all the way out, so we can see it's actually traded up into this $4.40 area. So we have seen price actually reach this before. So we can actually see that we could make a bit of a trading range in this area where we go something like this. Let's actually make a box of that. So we'll make a box, and we'll actually project that to the upside, potentially making just basically a 1-to-1 of this overall projection to the upside. You can see where price is actually projecting to. It's close to that $5 area, which when we scroll out is very, very close to the old all-time high. So we can even see we're making a bit of a 1-to-1 projection to the upside in this potential price zone. The last real price projection we can do is using this trend-based Fibonacci extension. We go to this low around this 74-cent range, push to this high around this $2 range, push to this current low in this area, and look at how perfectly this lines up, nearly perfectly, with this 1-to-1 measured move. But look at where this 1618 to 175, known as the golden zone, is actually hit. It's hit nearly perfectly at this old all-time high. This right here is actually the old all-time high. So we've got a bit of a confluence zone that lines up with this 1618, the 1-to-1 level. This would really be one of the zones that I'm looking to sell Toncoin in this area. So we'd look to get in at around this $2 range, $1.80 range, push to this high. That's around 150% gain. And I don't think it will take very long for Toncoin for definitely to do this, because of how quickly it's been pushing to the upside and how much potential it definitely has in this future run. We can also see some other price projections. This 2618, 3618, 423 level, overall pushing overall to that $10 range. So that would be around a 500% gain. Yes, very close to 500% gain. I would be looking, if we were able to push between this 1618 and higher, I'd be looking to actually sell between this 2618 and 3618 level, be about 300 to 400% gain. So a lot of potential on Toncoin coming up to this upcoming bull run. Smash a like, subscribe, leave a comment, tap that notification bell, and check out my trading masterclass and sign up with the top global crypto exchange.